Hey YouTube, Jumington here, back again, and today we're going to work on that secret staircase door. And so I've opened up a world in Superflat Creative here, and I just want to go over some of the piston stuff before I build that, and kind of show you the design before I throw it into the wall there. So you're working with pistons, and you got a couple different ways to power them. Now, I want to use a button like this, and it's momentary. So I can hit the button and the piston will close or open. But you can see the problem there is just in and of itself, I don't have a lot of time to get through that before the thing closes on me. So another option we have is a switch. The switch is toggle. It's on off. But it doesn't really blend well. It's kind of ugly, and I like that button better. So I have another circuit in mind. Now, I didn't come up with this. I found this on the internet. If I can find something like an original source for it, I'll link to it. I don't know who came up with this, but it's a pretty good idea. So what you want to start with is you want to place two sticky pistons down. You're going to dig a hole out in front of one of them and stick one of these redstone torches in it. And then you're going to put a block on top of that. And now this block, because it's sitting over that redstone torch, is getting power transmitted to it, and so it'll transmit power through it. Let me place some blocks up here. And the type of block here, color coding doesn't really matter, it just has to be a type that will transmit redstone power. And blocks that won't transmit are glass blocks like the glowstone here. You can't even place it down, glass, half slabs, but most blocks will transmit power. Okay, so now at this point you have an output, and I'm just going to run this out a little bit so you can see a little more clearly. Red's probably not the color for that. Alright, so that's powered. I'm going to put a switch on this, and when I flip this, it toggles. And now I've got a push button switch that acts as a toggle switch. Now how this is working is that right now both pistons are on due to these redstone torches over it. And because they're both on, they're both trying to push. Well, this one pushed first, and so this one is stuck in a state where it's waiting to open, but it can't because it's being blocked by this other piston. When you hit this switch, this button, they switch off for a second, and that's enough time for this one to close and this one to open, because it was still waiting to open, even though you just powered it off. And if you didn't have the power come back on this, that would just reclose real quickly. But since it's waiting to open, it opens up, and then this powers back on and keeps it powered and keeps it in the state. So basically you're just moving this block back and forth, and that is your power source. Works pretty well. It's not too big. I think I've seen some more compact ones, but I know this one. I like this one, so this is what I'm going to use. Now over here I've constructed an identical setup, and this is wired up through this channel here to my science house, which is filled with adorable little puppies. So I'm going to hit this switch and hopefully free these puppies from their captivity. Oh! These things will happen in the name of science. Anyway, let's get back to the build. Going to need some pistons. Two sticky pistons. You craft said pistons thusly. First pistons, then add slime balls, and sticky pistons. And I'm gonna need a couple torches, redstone torches. Alright, let's get that button back off that wall there. Alright, so let's dig this this area out here, and I'm gonna put that redstone toggle switch jobber in here. You know, it may seem like I have a plan. I usually don't. Just kind of picked the spot, dug it out, and it worked. Spoilers. So I was happy with it. You know, building this in the creative mode kind of makes me wish I had fancier materials to build these in. But most of the time, if I'm building something, especially if it's like a secret door, I'm not going to have it accessible anyway, because it kind of ruins the secret if you've got this engine room off to the side. But sometimes if you build something like the redstone circuits that are real elaborate, or you might have to adjust them, it really pays to have like an access hatch to it, so you can get down there and adjust it. And it just looks cool when you have like a really complicated circuit going. Man, I'm just going crazy over here. Yeah, so I just, built this out of whatever junk I had on hand. Tried to put some wood down to delineate the circuit path, but otherwise, man, it's going to be bottled up in there. No one's ever going to see it until an update comes out that breaks it and I have to redo it. So pretty much I just, dig that out and kind of roughly guess where I'm going to run the signal to the pistons from, or how I'm going to get it over there. This is the Jube. He's angry about something apparently. Figuring out how I can seal this in. You got to be careful because sometimes you can't cover over blocks with the if you've got redstone running on them, because it alters how the circuit flows. So remember to leave torches in there, because I've had more than a few times where I've set up a circuit and there was a space big enough for something to spawn, and I was driven crazy for just weeks because there was a zombie moaning somewhere and I had no idea where it is. Oh, and I fucked this up. Flood out my my little area there. That happens. It happens. It's fine. It's nothing you can't fix. And there's my storage room, so getting close to the edge where I can put stuff. Almost flooded out again. So yeah, I had a double door circuit, and there was 2 corner spots that I didn't bother to light up, and I couldn't seal in enough. And so there was, too high area that was dark enough for something to spawn, and every other time I'd go through there, there'd be a zombie in the wall. And it never occurred to me that a zombie could spawn in there, that anything could spawn in there. And so I kept hearing the zombie, and I just tore the crap out of everything, looking for like a cave or something the zombie was in. And then when I did find it, I was kind of, perturbed because this dude's like invading my house here. And so, yeah, that works. And basically you just invert the signal going to it with a redstone torch so that its default state is on instead of off, and that keeps it closed. And I guess you don't really need that if it's a toggle, but it makes it easier to transmit power to it. I'm just kind of messing around with where I want the buttons here and moving the ladder around. You can't put ladders on the back of stairs, so that kind of ruins my plan because it messes up the symmetry of it. Kind of irritated me. These videos got screwed up. Well, I'm not going to say they got screwed up. I screwed them up. And if you notice on the top and bottom, there's these black bars on it, and the reason for that is because I had to go check something in the middle of recording, and I didn't go back to full screen. If you don't record the video with full screen, the software I'm using, you don't get the correct aspect ratio, because it's off by a few pixels, and then the software I use to edit this just gets all screwed up, and it doesn't know what to do with it. So I have to go back and re-encode it with these black bars on it so that it is a proper, 16:9 aspect ratio. And that takes a long time, and it's a real crappy process. So that's kind of the reason there was a delay in episodes. And then I felt like an idiot because I did the last episode and realized that I had, 15 minutes of perfectly good footage before things got screwed up, that I could have had an episode up a week ago if I'd bothered to look at it. So yeah, that's my bad. I keep getting squid in here, and they're coming in basically anywhere water flows in there or from that top. Well, that's fine, because I just kill them and take their loots, take their black dye. Yeah, I really want to add a sheep farm onto the list of projects, because I'd like to have some colored wool so I could do some colorful things. So what I'm doing now is I've got, you take a block, put a redstone torch on top of it, then put another block over that redstone torch and put a redstone torch on top of that. And the redstone torch on the bottom turns the top one off. So if you apply power to a block that has a redstone torch on it, it turns it off. And that's a easy way to transmit power vertically, just straight up, using redstone. This gets kind of iffy here. And these can get tricky if you don't plan them out. You know, I'm lucky. I got lucky on this. So if you don't plan them out correctly, you may find yourself having to do something crazy like what I'm doing here, having to invert the signal an extra time down there because I haven't worked out the levels properly. So when you're transmitting power vertically like that, the signal inverts every other block. So if you don't have it spaced out correctly, like if you need an even spacing, you have an odd spacing, you end up having to move stuff around so that it's the proper polarity, I guess I will call it, when it gets to where you want it to go, if that makes any sense at all. I've had a lot of projects where running a tower up real high and then it just messes up a lot of it, especially if you're working with like automated farming and stuff. I was playing around with a melon farm the other day. Not quite done yet, so that's going to be a while before you see it. But yeah, I kept having to change the design around because sealing it in because of that. So this looks like it's good. This looks like it's good and done. And yeah, jobs are good. No, I'm just making sure this looks right. Good enough. So, load up. All done. Awesome. And the storage area is pretty much finished, at least in its base mode. I consider that done. Skeleton XP farm. I consider that done. Now construct a proper entrance. Yeah. New project counts. Project 3, construct proper entrance. Project 4, construct a slime spawn zone. Project 5, tree farm. Oh yeah! Alright, let's get started on the main entryway. I've been sitting on this for a while. And I like that water exit. It's handy. It's good to get in, good to get out. Keeps me from getting blowed up. But I need something better. I need something that's more, I don't know, permanent looking, I guess. Because that waterway still looks kind of goofy. I mean, I guess I could just clean that up, but I don't know. I like this more. I think it brings a better flow to the area, being a main entryway. So I decided to use this cave as a main entryway. And since, you know, it already connects to the skeleton spawning area and thus to my entire operation down there. And so first I'm just going to build a symbol of my industries over my entryway. This is something I used to build on all my towers and stuff, my original Minecraft world, and kind of missed it, so I decided to bring it back. Just a real simple little pixel art, just something small and 2D. It's nothing fancy, I guess. I've seen better, but I like it, and you know, it's me, it's mine, so it's a little special place in my heart. I was originally going to use the pyramid, but decided I'm going to use that for something else. I will work on that at some point. Just I get so many projects, and you know, as soon as I start working on one, I'm immediately thinking about the next one. So it's hard to stay on point for me sometimes, I guess. Yep, just digging away here. So I'm thinking about what I want to do with future episodes. I got that slime pit. I gotta finally dig in and do that because I need sticky pistons so I can build stuff, and that'll kind of be the final resource gathering thing that'll enable me to build bigger stuff, and then it's just kind of digging and building from there. I can't think of anything else I'm really lacking on. Well, no, I take that back. I still need like an animal farm because I need wool, specifically colored wool, in the tree farm. So I guess I lied. I do have other resource collection things, but those are kind of bigger projects, and some of those rely on sticky pistons, so kind of at an impasse there. Yep, fell right down through. That's why you don't dig straight down. Could have been lava down there. When will I learn? Probably never. So yeah, it's starting to come together. It's my my skull symbol, what I called the skull tower. It's my first first structure I built in Minecraft. Many well, I guess it's just months, a couple years, year or two. I don't know. I have a poor concept of time. So yeah, probably that. I might do. I was thinking I might do an episode where I go back and look at my original world, just do like a quick tour of it or something. I'm also thinking like down the line, I might do like an adventure map or something in Minecraft, and that'd be fun. It'd be like a limited series. But I'm kind of hesitant, and this is the same reason I haven't gotten anything done with the Terraria, is that sometimes I have a hard time making time for everything, and I kind of don't want to divide my attention, divide my time up too much, because then it's hard to get this stuff done, which is really my my priority, the main Minecraft series. But we'll see. We'll see if I can pull something off. I don't want to do it if it's going to mean everything gets slowed down, you know. You know. Looking good there. Yeah, I like it. Do some teeth. Yeah. Yeah. Also, something I've been thinking about for a while, and I don't know why I haven't done it. I'll check this out. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Makes it look like I'm some sort of evil villain down in there. And in some ways, perhaps I am. I don't know what I'm doing here. Maybe it was a phone call or something. I don't know why I didn't cut that. But I didn't. So there's the menu. Okay. Anyway, man, I'm getting myself all tangled around here. So I've been playing on normal difficulty, and I don't die much, so I think it's time I turn that up to hard. And then I think the next time I start a new season, if I carry this through and start over at some point, I'm going to switch over to hardcore. It's kind of a tough call, because the hardcore mode, if you die, your world gets deleted. So it could end up being a very short episode where I just die and then have to start over many times. But I could always deal with that in post, as the term goes. So we'll see. We'll see. Kind of like the idea of doing some adventure maps too, just like a limited run of them. Because I've played like a few minutes, and some of them I never got too deep into them because I always had something else going on. But I would like to check those out. I think those are pretty cool. I'm also looking at trying to find some other games to work on, or to put in here. And it's a tough call because I don't want to get too involved with anything that's going to take my time away from this game, because it's my main focus is getting these videos out. But some variety I think would be nice. I don't know. So I guess let me know what you think about that. If you think I should expand my my horizons a little bit, or just stick with this. I don't know. Just tell me what you think in general. I enjoy reading your comments, and I try and take, if you get suggestions, I try and take that to heart. So we will continue working on this next episode and some other cleanup, and then at some point we'll get back to the big stuff. So thanks for watching. See you next time.